Yeah, me and Jules kind of argued about this earlier, I guess. But
I think I'm gonna piss a lot of people off today, and that's fine.
I agree, Danny. I agree. I think I will too.
All right, let's let it roll. 30 seconds, not that long. Too much going on. The music's a big part of this. And then this was jarring to me, a few things. The audience, the extras, I was like, okay. I just feel like it's something like in a different film. But great Superman shots.
Mm-hmm.
Great Superman
I feel like
shots.
I was watching a bootleg version of a movie.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go.
I have a theory. I have a theory on why those shots look. So obviously, Gunn came out and said there's really only a couple shots from the actual trailer in this teaser trailer.
Right.
Gunn, we've known that he's very inclusive when it comes to working with his cast and even set people that he's worked with and stuff like that. Personally, I believe the people who are looking up, who are coming out of a tent, I think those are people who are on set, who were working on the film.
They look like crew.
Hey, why is you on my shirt? It's Jurassic Park, dude. Why are you on my shirt? Oh, go ahead, Colin. You keep shouting out my shirt, bro. Like, my fault. Go ahead, bro.
No, you're good. But yeah, I believe that's what that is, and I think that's why he used a different camera to kind of distinguish the two. And then obviously the shot of Superman flying through the clouds, and then that little shot of Lois. I think that's why the camera looks totally different the way it's shot. So I think that's why he did that on purpose. That's my theory, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Good theory that I'm sure no one in the chat's going to agree with. Speedy, your thoughts, man. I know you're going to be really safe with this, aren't you? You're not going to.
I haven't seen enough to care either or. I mean, it's whatever. It's just a teaser to me. Doesn't look like. I mean, I hope some of these are not from the movie because I need to be a little color graded at least, or I don't know if that's maybe the look he's trying to go for. I don't know, but other than that, I haven't seen enough.
I do have a theory too.
I'm gonna. Very muddy.
really, Jules?
It is. It's muddy. Look at this shot right here. It's very.
Are you saying this is muddy?
It's pretty muddy, yeah. Especially the background and stuff. It's not very crisp, and they're probably still working on it in post. The movie's not coming out till next summer.
Oh, that's it. That's a fair objective.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Right there. Danny, what you got?
I think that what Jules said is correct. It's unfinished. They're still working on stuff. We've seen this a million times, like a million times. Like we know that they still work on stuff. I feel like a teaser for a teaser is a bit of a flex. They know they have something. They're excited. They can't wait to show people.
Let's go.
So I'm really excited to see the actual teaser. But I think Jules and Carlos are both right. I think there's some production crew shots because he has said, like the teaser, we're going to see something totally new.
Yeah, it's going to be all just to make sure the chat knows. Gunn confirmed probably only like one shot from this 30 seconds is in the full trailer, the 2-minute trailer.
Yeah, this is just for a social media post. Basically, it is just a social media post for
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to see it.
There's not enough meat here.
Right.
We need the meat and potatoes.
Right. This is them being like, we know we got something. We can't wait. So we're just gonna do this for now.
So this shot I like this shot with Lois. So I know some people saying it looks muddy. This could be just a quality. My internet's good right now. I don't know. So
we got Kat Grant behind her and Jimmy Olsen and Steve Lombard behind him.
We got the Simps, RC Simps lined up for Kat Grant. The wig's kind of.
The wig is pretty bad. They couldn't just dye her hair.
Yeah, the wig kind of throws me off there. That's but Kat Grant. But I do think this was a good shot. Like when this trailer first started, I woke up this morning and just to plug tomorrow morning. Me and Danny, we're going to do the full teaser trailer reaction at 9 o'clock in the morning. My time, 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why I committed to.
I'll be here with my coffee.
It's for DC, so I'm going to do it. But that's gonna be on the DC channel. But when I woke up this morning, because last night I saw the message like most people, they was like, oh, they're gonna do a teaser of the teaser. I was like, okay, let me kind of get up early, and check this out. And I liked as soon as it started, I'm like, okay, Superman Returns. Right, this is what I'm feeling as soon as this thing even starts.
Yep.
With this Daily Planet thing. I was like, okay, I think I see where he's going with this, and like I said, I love the shot with Lois. I'm good. Like 5 seconds into this, the Richard Donner, Dick Donner letters, nostalgia. We knew they was gonna do this, right? Christopher Reeve, Superman type stuff, and then they show this, and if y'all saw what I did live. It was just like, oh, I was a little jarred by as soon as we got to the people. I was like, wait a minute. Like, it's almost like they don't look like in the same movie as the Lois shot. Now, what I mean by that, I got my I did a little homework. So we got the Lois shot on the left, and you got the people on the right. Like the Lois shot looks like a finished shot, in my opinion, whether you like the saturation or not.
Right.
These people look like it was like filmed with the new Pixel 8 on the right.
Yeah, it looks like a cell phone.
You know what I'm saying?
Which
like,
for what we know, it could be James Gunn's phone.
Yeah.
Could this be like purposeful? That's what I'm saying. Maybe these shots are not even in the film. You know what I'm saying? And then like this really took me. I was like, bro, James Gunn got that same blazer when he announced.
I thought that was silver for a second.
It's
a
like,
polo
bro,
with a suit jacket on.
I'm just saying. I was like, okay, yeah, retro futurism, okay. But it's like they're like in a different movie. So I'm thinking the whole theme of look up. That's the whole point of this teaser. Everyone's looking up. Lois and Daily Planet's looking up. All these people looking up, and then of course the money shot. Though I mean, definitely, money shot is Superman. You ain't gonna tell me this CW quality. You get out of here with that.
Right.
All right.
Hey, but
This is a
why
good
we
shot.
hating on CW? Superman and Lois, everybody was just praising them 2 weeks ago. Like if they were the best thing on and then all of a sudden we're hating on CW. I don't get
one
that.
show at the end.
Yeah, it's just one show. They have
One show at the end.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I'm seeing.
And they knew they were
the
ending,
Superman
so
and Lois.
they shot their wad at it.
Mm-hmm.
So Danny, you started the CW stuff. Like you're like hating on
here we
CW.
I knew it.
Y'all know how I feel about CW, okay? Superman and Lois was the exception, not the rule. Okay.
Right. So in this teaser, like I said, I my theory is these shots of these people on the ground. I don't think they even in the movie. I mean these shots. I don't think these in the movie.
No,
I
that's
don't
probably
think so.
like Carlos was saying. It's probably just a promotional shot for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I think it was just for social media.
Because if I'm making a film and it's like, okay, I'm gonna, only highlight Lois, right? And then let's highlight this guy. Why? Why am I highlighting this guy?
Because
Yeah,
he's
the
looking
stanky
up,
leg.
and that's the whole hashtag.
Look at that.
They needed to make
Right.
it 30 seconds exactly.
I'm saying in a film, right? So I don't think this is a shot in the film at all.
I
That's
really
what I'm
love
thinking.
those chairs, by the way.
I like the
Of
color.
all things, you see the chairs.
They're my
Okay.
favorite color, and they're very retro. So
I
yeah,
feel
I
it.
think
feel
it was. This is just a social media post.
That's what I'm thinking.
They're
Now,
excited, and I mean, think about it. Just on our scale, when you record and edit a video and it's a banger, you did a great job. You cannot wait to show it off, and you got your scheduled day, but you have to wait until then. You're like, I just want to show something, so you make little clips and you show it off, that kind of thing.
And I mean, Gunn, he's did this with the first look of Superman. He threw out that picture everyone's still making fun of.
The AI picture with the alien in the background.
This here,
Yep.
it's like it wasn't a finished shot, and it's like, Gunn, why would you throw that out there? Oh, just
That's
want to
just
show
Superman
something.
pulling
He's
himself up
excited.
from the bootstraps.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the lesson of it, I guess. But like I said, I don't think any of those shots. Like I think either this shot's going to be an actual trailer because the trailer begins. I mean, I guess not the trailer's coming tomorrow. We're not going to talk about spoilers, but just this could be in the trailer or the Lois shot. I think could be in the trailer, in my opinion. So Let's catch up with what the comments saying real quick.
Do we have to?
Let's see.
Yes, we
We're
do.
interactive. We're interactive, Danny.
We want to engage here. Keep it confident. I think Gunn wanted to hurry something out before Thursday. Well, I mean, he cut all this stuff in advance, so this was all planned. What do you think, Danny? What do you think the fact that you kind of touched on this earlier, but you got the Monday press event showing the trailer, closed trailer, the teaser of the teaser 48 hours later, and then you got the full 2-minute plus trailer. Like that shows confidence, right? Or what do you think? Danny. Or
Me?
whoever else wants to answer.
No, I don't think it was like hurry up and throw something out there. I think he's just really excited to show everyone what he's come up with, and wanted to
in the comments, Danny.
Huh?
What was you doing? He was fighting in the comments. What was you doing over there?
Probably.
I just don't like being called names and stuff. It's really annoying, and I'm a very combative person, so I have to talk to myself and tell myself, no, shut up.
Someone called you a shield. You'll get used to it after a while.
Obnoxious because listen,
I wish I had more
none
money.
of us, I wouldn't say any of us are shills or haters or anything. I think we're pretty reasonable people who stay pretty objective. We like what we like, and we call out what we don't. And when I said that I feel like this is a social media post, I think he's just happy with what he came up with and can't wait to show people.
Well, that's really what this is. Like he's been cutting this teaser trailer for a while, and he purposely cut this teaser of the teaser separately. Like this is all playing the event. What you think with that, Carlos?
No, I agree. And honestly, people are gonna say that Gunn is trolling people and all this, but like honestly, I think Gunn is living up to the whole co-CEO thing. I mean, the way I see this is like any publicity is good publicity for this movie. Now, look, everyone and their mother is tuned in for tomorrow to see this trailer drop.
Yeah.
Even if it is just to hate on it, like everyone, is ready for this. And honestly, I think this was a smart move because if he would have just went straight to the trailer, it would have been great. But
right
now he has everyone ready for it.
This is good anticipation, and I don't know who you think is going to just automatically hate it. I don't know. Do we know anyone that will?
I've seen him on the timeline. I've seen him on the timeline already.
Like I said this morning, like I didn't think
you got a whole
in my lifetime would have ever been so controversial.
You got a whole family of YouTube channels about to tee up.
Oh man, they already ready, bro.
They're ready, bro. They're doing push-ups and everything.
Like, waiting for this day for a year.
Yeah, they shadowboxing already. I tell you.
A little feedback of the teaser announcement. I was saying this the other day that the general audience, and again, I want to clarify this because people, I don't know if they understand when I say this, but it's like I talk with different groups and get different information like box office stuff, TV ratings, stuff like that. And the reaction of the teaser announcement, the general audience bought into it. They actually loved it.
Yeah.
And that was building up anticipation for Thursday. Now, so far today, now this is, within 24 hours or not even 24 hours. The trailer hasn't been out for 12, it hasn't been 12 hours yet. Not much reaction from the general audience, because it could be a teaser of a teaser that could be just too nerdy for general people. They want to see the whole thing tomorrow. So we'll see how the general audience responds to the trailer tomorrow. As far as DC fans, there's an obvious split.
Yeah.
Can I add something to that too as well?
Yeah.
So as I'm a diehard Superman fan. I mean, you guys seen my posters in the back. You've seen Henry Cavill. You've seen Christopher. You've seen all that. My thing is watching this, even this little teaser trailer, and that saying, "Look up." As a Superman fan, I was looking outside like, damn, am I gonna see Superman flying? It got me excited for this. And as a Superman fan, even if you are a general Superman fan,
right.
It has a
definitely
very positive, hopeful vibe.
I'm ready for this. I'm ready for Superman. And I don't know. Did y'all feel that way when you saw this? I don't know.
Let's get Jules. What do you think?
Yeah, I've been a diehard fan since I could remember. He's always been my favorite superhero, and honest, it's hard for me to get behind this. Like, I actually was expecting something different from Gunn. This just looks like an amalgam, whatever that word is, of everything. They just took everything that previously
amalgamation,
everything that came before, and just put it all together into this thing that we're supposed to be acting like it's brand new. It's not. Like, I like originality. I want, if you're gonna do something different, go different. Don't go back and just, hone in on people's nostalgia or whatever.
What legacy, Jules? Legacy. See.
Well, he took the legacy word off because apparently it goes back. It harks back to the past. Like, are we supposed to be moving forward or looking back?
Both.
Make up your mind.
At the same time.
Yeah. Make up your mind.
Nostalgia sells, though. Nostalgia sells, though.
That's what gets that gets the general audience.
Superman is a nostalgic character,
but people need to move on from the Christopher Reeve iteration. Like, it's not like they're going all the way back to like the old cartoons from like the 50s, the flagship.
What do you mean by that?
Well, that look at the logo, the new animated logo.
Look at the intro text is all the same as from the Donnerverse. Like, it's all harks back to that. And then even the flying sequence that we just saw here that everybody loves is basically the same one that Henry Cavill did in the Snyderverse. And Gunn even came out saying that he borrowed from all the different past versions of all the different Superman and put it all
trying
together.
To make everyone happy, Jules, okay?
But you can't make everyone happy that way.
It's not happening, Danny.
Well, there's really not too many ways. I mean, really, how can you make Superman brand new? How can you make
that's why there's
Superman the character brand new.
That. People do it all the time in the comics. They should be able to do it in all other types of medium as well. They even did it with even Superman and Lois TV show that people love so much. They put their own little spin on it without actually being a part of something else. I still say that
this Superman in its uniqueness is going to be the way he interacts in his universe. The interactions with his fellow heroes. Whether he agrees or disagrees with them on certain things, the way he interacts with the government, with characters, with his villains, with younger heroes that think they know everything. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be. I think that's the approach that James Gunn is going to come with the Superman. I have a feeling that.
To Jules' point, as far as the nostalgia, again the retro stuff, and again, I feel a lot of Superman Returns, but I didn't have the best memories of Superman Returns. But anyway, this nostalgia works for general audience, though. That's what I'm learning.
Yes,
you know what I mean, and that score and that music. So it's like I get where we could be burnt out because, like, if we're consuming this every day, every week, but I'm just saying, like, they're going for the families, Jules. They're going for
No, that's fine. My whole thing is just, be original, and I don't see original.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Well, and I get that, but again, I just reiterate that pretty hard to keep Superman, brand new and original every time, and pull the audiences back in. That's very difficult.
I take back what I said earlier about the brother with the sweater vest. This is the worst shot of the teaser right here.
That jacket don't fit that man.
They're trying to. They're trying to change up the. I guess what's hip and cool in their universe. I guess.
Well, it's a retro futurism because you got someone with a mushroom dress over there, and then you got this over here. Like, it's wild. The Music City says, I agree with Danny. This happens way too much in my chat. Okay, every time Danny's here, everyone wants to do Danny. Like, my goodness, that's good. He's a nerd. He's nerding out. Same with the Superman picture. Dude just couldn't wait. And I mean, who cuts a separate teaser to a teaser? Like, this rarely happens. I really can't think of someone nerdy enough to do that. So,
or just have that mad ego.
I do like the fact that he came out and said that this Superman film, Superman's already established, Lois knows him and stuff like that. I think that's something that hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
They're skipping the origin.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he said. They're starting right in the middle of the action.
I love that.
So y'all think that's a good choice? Because some people would say, well, do you have to introduce the audience? Like, are they supposed to just know everybody?
The audience knows who Superman is. He's an American institution like baseball and apple pie. Everyone knows who Superman is. You don't have
it's interesting. I want to see how they pull that off.
And look,
No,
I mean, I may get tomatoes thrown at me, but
you already are, Carlos. Good.
Yeah, I know. One could say he's taking like note from Zack Snyder from doing it with Batman. We didn't really see an origin of Batman in Batman v Superman. I mean, we did see the beginning when his parents got shot, but we didn't see a whole, arc to it. They kind of just threw Batman into Batman v Superman, and that's that's a good thing. As a Zack Snyder fan, I think that's cool because you're paying homage to Zack Snyder.
Didn't they also do that with the Batman? I don't remember.
Didn't they what?
In the Batman, didn't they do something similar?
Yeah, because they didn't show the Wayne's dying.
Right. That's true. That was he was in year 2.
Must be a DC Studios thing. Well, eventually, but
because there's so many movies.
And it's been said many times that people are like, listen, we know the origin of Batman, Superman, with Spider-Man. We know all of that.
We don't have to see that no more. Yeah.
Right. You're just making the same movie over and over again. Do something.
That's why I say with Mount Rushmore superheroes, right? I was on Twitter, had some good feedback from everyone with that. Just the top 4 comic book heroes ever. Like, I mean, of course, Batman, is the most profitable one ever, but Superman is like number 1 for a lot of people. And I always put Spider-Man right there. You don't need Spider-Man no more. You know what I'm saying? So with Superman, it's like everyone does know. I mean, some people may think it's a risk, just a jump in the middle of the action, so to speak. But like I said, everyone knows just that symbol, just seeing it, they know it's Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's a good choice, in my opinion. Now, we got Bayona saying James Gunn have to take criticism if teaser trailer might have mixed comments on YouTube.
Might.
And dislikes.
Might. Interesting. Choice of words. I want to
keep this across to people though, because and I really
listen. James Gunn would have to be deaf, dumb, blind, and stupid to not know
one's gonna listen.
That there's a certain group out there that's not exactly happy that he's in the position that he's in and doesn't want to see his movie.
Hey, that wasn't the angle I was going, Danny, but sort of. This is the point. James Gunn, as soon as he took this job with Peter Safran, go ahead, DC Studios. He commented on the fractious fandom of DC.
Yep.
Like he has tweets about all this. He's like, we know, like no one agrees on which version. We know, like it's gonna be never-ending battles. So Gunn is almost like DC fans. Like if some of y'all don't watch it, like
I don't care.
Like I'm gonna go for the general audience with the cheesy retro stuff that Jules doesn't like. I'm gonna do the Christopher Reeve stuff. And create a new audience. I mean, I'm just saying, those are the ones that like the teaser trailer announcement. We'll see if they like the trailer. So they're already preparing not to make a lot of money for this. And again, I may be repeating this. People ask me every month, how much should they make on this film? They're happy with $500 million. I'm telling y'all right now, like they're going to make this a success, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, the key to this success
more than Black Adam.
The key to success to this movie is definitely the general audience. Like the comic book fans, they're already on their own sides of the fence. There's no, changing their minds. It's the general audience. Like, how are they going to feel about this when it comes out? Because they're not going to be in tune to all these teasers like we are. Yeah. Not everyone and their mom is going to watch that teaser tomorrow. They're going to see it in the
everyone's going to watch it.
Everyone will watch it. But what she's saying is 100% true. And comic book nerd fans, you're not going to like to hear this.
Got to get out of your bubble.
The general audience outnumbers you by a lot. So if they want to make money, they have to appeal to that general audience. They have to, because the nerd fandom is already so split, because some people forget that there are other directors and they're mad that director isn't directing this.
But
don't tell them about Richard Donner. They'll be very upset.
I'm seeing a lot of comic book fans actually enjoying what Gunn is putting out and what he's saying.
Like for
instance, the look up reference, that's like, I think Sil touched on it on his when he was reviewing the teaser trailer. It's straight out of like the comic books. Like, so it's like I'm seeing both sides of the scale. I think honestly, I think Gunn is at the point where
it's very split. It's like 50-50.
No, let's be definitely honest with, because I do see again the hyperbolic nature of a lot of comments. Just like on Twitter, let's take Twitter for example. If you're judging the feedback of this film just off of your timeline, then you don't understand how Twitter works.
Right.
Like if every day you wake up and say #fire James Gunn, you're gonna see everyone that hates this film on your timeline.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, just want to break it to some people. They're like, oh, that's all I see. All I see is people hating because that's like all your friends. Like that's everyone that you follow.
Expand your bubble. Step outside your box.
There's a whole other world out there. You know, there's a whole other world. Now there's people, they were glazing as soon as they saw this dude with the blades. Like, oh my God. I'm like, nah, bro, no. You know that's not hot. Come on now. So I like to be in the middle in a lot of things. You know, I'm just saying, people was glazing this blazers. I don't know why, but it's about winning the headline. That's what I want people to understand about what's going on, with this film. But that is what it's like. Music City says everyone's gonna watch it. Yeah, everyone is what. Danny, I think we was talking about this before, like the anticipation of a trailer. This is like, it's not quite old Star Wars level, because like nothing was like Phantom Menace.
Right.
I don't know, like Phantom Menace was nuts.
Yeah, that was
like on MTV.
Oh my gosh, I was like 20 years old when that came out, and that was the first time I remember anything being totally insane for a
that was insane. I'm still traumatized from the Phantom Menace. What are you talking about?
I don't think we'll ever see
I'm
that.
talking about the trailer. I'm talking about the trailer.
Think before Jar Jar Binks. Yeah. Before just the hype leading up to it.
Right.
It was because Force Awakens was pretty big too. That was
not as big as Phantom Menace, though.
No, Phantom Menace was decades in the making, so I can see that being way bigger. And we'll never get that again just because we have social media now. We didn't have social media in the 90s when Phantom Menace came out.
But that was still huge. Like, you know what I mean? Phantom Menace,
we had to wait to see it on TV.
Right. Yeah. Or rent it on VHS or something. And that took years.
I had like net zero back then. I had like a dial-up or something, internet back then.
We all did.
I probably did.
That's all there was.
But no, I'm trying to think, like, was I able to see videos? I don't think he was able to get videos or nothing like that then.
Oh, heck no. You'd be sitting there for 2 days downloading and buffering that.
It was so hyped that you didn't even need the internet to know that there was hype. Like, without social media, we probably wouldn't know most of the hype that's going on right now unless it comes up on the news or on
We
TV.
talk to people in person. Crazy, I know. But we did. If you were out at the gas station and you saw someone in a Star Wars shirt, you're like, dude.
Right.
Then Phantom Menace is coming out.
So, like Amari saying, the general audience still turned into Glick. Which I glick it. I hate that whole thing. It's Barbenheimer 2, okay? It's Wicked and Gladiator 2. Like, that was not Glick It, whatever that is.
I didn't know what the hell that was about.
That did not land with a lot of people. But it was a lot of talk about Wicked before the film and the actress making everything about her and identity politics and stuff. And
I still like the movie despite her trying to make me dislike her.
It's about the quality of the film. And also, too, I mean, let's be honest, a lot of people do that negative drift of anything they feel is woke or anything like that.
Yeah.
They're just like the loudest minorities, in the room. So that's one thing. Even, Wicked still made money. Okay, Wicked still made money is the point. And I think, like I said, I think this film has a good chance because everyone is talking about this trailer, whether good or bad.
Everyone's got their eyes on it. Whether it's out of genuine interest or hoping that he fails, everyone's watching it. And no matter, look, the haters are still going to buy a ticket. They're still going to buy a ticket or they're still going to pirate it online. They're going to watch it.
It's the funniest thing. The other day, because I got the details of the trailer. I already did my spoiler video. Was that yesterday or something like that? Not going to spoil it. I mean, less than 24 hours. You're going to watch the trailer tomorrow. I'm not going to spoil it, but
what Marcus is saying, what Music City's saying here, he's absolutely dead on. It doesn't matter what gets dropped. I'm not going to like it.
Well, so that's my point.
It's the silliest thing ever. Like, just because
on the timeline. Oh, go ahead, Danny. Go ahead, finish with you.
Well, it's the silliest thing. It's an immature thing to say because you're just showing what your priority is. Your priority isn't to watch a good movie. Your priority is to get the person you like to slap his name on it. You just don't like this person personally. You're not able to compartmentalize at all.
There are agendas to this, like, and it's understood. That's
But
understood.
you have to be able to separate yourself from that and decide, like, it could still be a good movie. You just don't like the guy. Just be honest.
So the answer is no, Danny. Okay, the answer is no. So, but yesterday I was talking about like, hey, the spoil, the details are out there, and I was like, hey, if you want to see the spoil, watch my video, right? Shameless plug. And
shameless
then,
plug.
And then someone in the comment that I know hates everything, like anything James Gunn. Like James Gunn could put out like a Picasso piece of art. Oh, that's trash. That's the worst thing I ever saw. That's how this person did. And when I was like, yeah, the details out there, it's like, oh, where's it at? Where's the link? I'm like, bro, like you already hate everything James Gunn does, but you really want to see this, so don't you? Like you really, it's very weird. You know what I mean? Like that's why I said a few people I shouted out earlier, like Sickness, even Marcus, when they say they don't like something, they really aren't just harping on it and like, oh, let me hate watch it. I can't wait to hate watch it. Those are people I'm talking about. You hate watchers out there.
Yeah, that's
right.
Not everyone's going to like this.
They
I
can't
understand.
make content without talking bad about it, pretty much.
Exactly. Just watch it, make the decision, tell us why you don't like it. Don't be like, well, I hate him. So, nah.
I've been seeing countdowns to James Gunn fall. Like I was like, what?
Oh yeah, all that stuff. And you know what? He's
some super villains up there.
He is such a troll. James Gunn is such a troll. He's loving that stuff. He's absolutely
really the Joker up there.
He's like, you're just talking about me.
Criminal mind.
You're talking about me, and that's a good thing. So
it's amazing. Countdown to his fall. That's corny AF. All right. This is another bad shot, and this is what I mean. Why focus on this guy anytime in the film? There's no reason to focus on this Hawaiian Sophie dude right here. No reason to, But I think
don't like blazers, don't like Hawaiian shirts.
This is strictly just for the teaser.
Yeah. It does look like a tent, like a crew tent.
It does.
It's just like out of nowhere. I'm like, what is this dude? What is this? But again, it's looking up. It's for the teaser, so it's like I get it. I don't know if it landed. With the general audience, we'll see tomorrow. Let's see. We got Twitter is a battlefield of CW fans versus Snyder fans.
It's true. Yeah, it's insane.
It's bad. It's ugly out there, y'all.
Fans even came from like when did CW have fans? I don't understand.
Wow. I mean, I wasn't a fan of CW. That's
the cap on CW it's amazing. The cap on
Jules, you freaking crack me up. I love you so much.
No, Jules is not funny. No, she's not funny at all.
Just when the CW has fans.
CW needs more simps, though, I'll tell you that.
I'm getting it tattooed right here.
Look up
CW
at all the
sucks.
drones.
You're getting it tattooed right there?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Since when did the CW have fans?
Oh, okay.
I swear the cap. See, that's what I mean. This is the type. That's what I see on social media. What Danny's doing here. They're gonna hate CW no matter what.
People watch the CW because they were starved for DC content.
Listen, I told you I love Superman and Lois. The rest of the CW stuff was just straight trash. It did not measure up to Smallville whatsoever. It was just
so just changing the subject. So Amari says it.
It looks like the Smallville movie could have been better. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Well, we do have to see the movie first, though. Like this isn't the movie.
We had that hypothesis of this probably being a phone shot, which actually makes sense.
Yeah, Pixel 9. I think this what this is.
Because aperture for this.
There's no way this is if this is in the movie, then yeah, like automatically.
Look, they're all wearing the same shirt. They're all they're all wearing Hawaiian shirts.
They're like on
production tent.
Yeah,
it's a production tent.
Yeah,
they're just like, let me just get this shot because like just the angle of it, the cinematography for these guys is terrible. This is terrible. This is a terrible shot.
Someone doing this.
This is the second one.
Which they probably should have just had it be an obvious someone taking their phone, looking at somebody's phone, like one of those type of shots, instead of it making it seem like it's a film camera.
In a movie, there's no reason to have this angle on this 80s sweater vest. Like, there's no reason to have this type of angle, right? And then you have like this magnificent shot of Superman. So I'm like, this doesn't even fit the same movie,
right?
So I think that's what
we'll see tomorrow. Less
Yeah.
than 24 hours to go.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Through
Yeah,
that,
we're gonna
get
see.
your
Jules,
get
yeah.
your coffee pot timer set
We're
tonight,
gonna-
Phil.
We're gonna see.
You can't be late this time.
What's the
Late.
drop time? What's the T minus time?
Who was
Uh,
late? I was
4
late.
a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
So
what'd
9
you
on the
say?
East Coast, 8 in the Midwest.
Mm.
Yeah. Because
That's
I'm doing me and Carlos doing the Creature Commandos
I
watch
can't wait
tonight.
for that
There you
episode
go. So you
tonight.
could tee
That
off on
episode's
it.
gonna be crazy.
Then I got
man.
I'm a power nap after that, and then because that's 3 a.m. for me. Creature Commandos.
You guys are insane.
Yeah,
You're
that's crazy.
insane for
Let's
that.
do it for
go.
hip hop.
You are.
Yeah, it's for the culture.
And I
For the
sat
culture,
through
baby.
the entirety of the Acolyte, and I'm telling you, it's insane. You can wait.
Well, no,
Just
that's
wait.
more insane. That's
You can wait like
that
5
was-
hours at least.
That's like
I tapped
that's
You
out.
don't need to
Nickelback.
fall asleep.
That's crazy.
No, I got a power nap. Though I am terrible at like waking up after short naps, but yeah, I am. I'm not staying up. I'm definitely not. Amar says Superman and Lois showed that you can do a modern Superman without needing to lean upon the past. That's actually a good point right there.
It's a very good point, Amari.
And it's going to be a lot of Superman and Lois type of vibe. When you see the trailer, you're going to be like, "Oh, that's why he canceled the show," because Gunn wants those vibes in his.
He
film,
borrowed from
so-
that too.
I'm sure.
Well, I mean, to be
Well, I
fair,
can't
the
really
Superman
hate
and
him for
Lois,
that.
they were a couple before the show. you
Yeah,
know?
And I can't really hate James Gunn or mark him off for taking from what works, taking inspiration from what works. That's what you should
Mhm.
do. So
Legacy. It's all about legacy.
They should never
Um,
change the movie.
I liked his explanation on why he took off Legacy as well. I don't know if you guys peeped that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Talking about how like he says Legacy was focused too much on like the past, and he wants to make sure that Corn Sweat is more focused towards the future, with obviously giving homage, like shouts out to them, but not focusing so heavily on the past of Superman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I touched on that earlier.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it sounds right. We'll see, because then we get the Dick Donner letters and the
Yeah.
trunks, and but we're looking ahead though. but hey, we're gonna find out. Like again, all we seen was this 30 seconds. We didn't even see the full Superman if his suit's still wrinkled yet. We don't know.
Right.
We're gonna find out.
months later, still
Silla's ready.
very, very concerned about whether or not Superman
still-
made it to the dry cleaners.
Still shadowboxing. He's ready.
Is there an
I'm
iron in the
still-
torch of solitude?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. If I see one wrinkle, I'm like, good.
All I can think of is the episode of Family Guy where Peter goes
Oh, yeah.
the maid. No, Mr. Superman.
Mr. Superman,
no
no
here.
here.
No here. You get lemon pledge. You get lemon.
Like Signet says here, Superman's not just a nostalgia character; he's also modern. And I mean, obviously, I think everyone would agree. Man of Steel, that's as modern as you get for a Superman
Yeah.
film, and Zach went all the way with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think
it
people
resonated.
I think people are kind of misunderstanding what he means about honoring that past. Everything that has come before this Superman is the foundation. That's your foundation for Superman. He is from Krypton, right? He was raised by Martha. He was he went to Smallville school. He's in love with Lois Lane. He works at the Daily Planet. That's your foundation. All those things that happened before, that's foundation. And you have to have a strong foundation if you're going to build a house. So
Yeah. And he's counting on that foundation, again, just that general audience, like, okay, we know Superman, he crash landed from somewhere. Let's jump into the action, right? To the story.
Right.
So it could be a risk for some people, but I mean, also Gunn has a lot of equity with general audience too, because of Guardians film.
Yeah, they're definitely banking on that.
It's a lot of story beats that we know because from the comic books, from past shows, TV shows, everything. A little bit mashup of a little bit of everything, all rolled into one. Obviously, it's his experience. He was found by humans in Kansas that adopted him and loved him and rolled him in school and showed him right from wrong. Versus like the Supergirl, for example, in Justice League and past Supergirl stories, she came as a preteen or as a 20-year-old to Earth, and no you know, she has a different experience. You know, she's a really super foreign, you know, to Earth, and has to learn customs and you know, catch up lack of better words. You know, so a lot of those story beats are gonna get repeated. You know, that we know.
Oh yeah,
and double down on.
Mm-hmm. And say what you want. Like I said, I mean, I try to be informative and objective here. You know, James Gunn, he's known for his story writing style. It resonates, like I was saying, with the general audience, and so they're really banking on, you know, again, that translating to Superman, a known IP, and this isn't the D-listers no more, no more. And I think that's why Gunn was sounding nervous in these recent interviews, because he's like, this ain't Rocket Raccoon here, like this Superman, you know. So he has to nail it, man. Got Jay Money here saying judging this. Oh, go ahead, Carlos. Good.
No, I was just gonna say another cool thing. I mean, if these like this would be the best weekend to put it in front of like the new movies that come out this weekend, which is Sonic and Mufasa. It's like you're gonna get a big, vast of general audience right there, and families are gonna come see these movies. If this trailer hits, I mean, you're getting more of that general audience there as well too.
Yeah,
so that's something to think about.
And I just thought of something, and I don't know if it was by what you were just saying, but it just kind of popped into my head. Look, I like Snyder's movies. You guys know that. I love Snyder's movies. I love Henry Cavill. I think we can safely say we
all like Snyder's movies.
And here's the thing.
Sure.
If we watch the new Superman and we like it, it's not going to negate anything that Zack Snyder or Henry Cavill did. It's not going to take that away. It doesn't magically make Henry Cavill not Superman anymore. He'll always be Superman. It's on film. It's in the Library of Congress. It'll be there forever. He will always be your Superman. That doesn't take that away. So just
still, I do want to address Jay Money's comment, because there's some comprehension issues.
Oh, go back.
Let's go.
You gotta bring it back. So you hit it.
I thought I skipped past that. Go ahead. I thought.
So let's address it.
Go ahead,
do it, girl.
All right. So anyway, I never said that the flying is the same. I was talking about the shot. If you go to the shot of Henry when he becomes Superman and he learns how to fly, it's the same exact angle, the same exact shot. And if you go on social media, you'll see people making that comparison all over the place. So maybe just pay attention a little bit.
Let's go.
But definitely some similar, again, legacy. Kumbaya.
Right.
Legacy.
Again, that's what I'm talking about. Looking at the past to build the future.
But I don't know if I have that shot. But I know exactly what you're talking about with Man of Steel.
Yeah, it's the flying shot. Everyone knows that shot.
So it's going to definitely borrow some elements, and it shouldn't. Hopefully, it doesn't trigger people either way, but it will. You got Kino Reviews here says, "I just want a crystal meth fortress of solitude like we had back in the day."
Pretty sure we've got one in Missouri somewhere around here.
He's headed there right now.
I'll tell you what. If James Gunn survives and all his plans come to fruition, and all his movies come out,
he survives.
And career survives all this, and the DCU is running and movies are coming out, and when they finally get around to looking at some kind of Crisis of Infinite Earths things, and he brings back Henry Cavill as some kind of Kingdom Come Superman.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
pretty sure
like,
that
oh my God, James Gunn is the best.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he kind of alluded to that when he first got hired, saying that he'll use Henry later on. Like, of course, they're probably going to end up doing a Crisis later on. They just have to build up to it.
Yeah,
which is probably also why they're shoehorning in so many different characters into this movie, so they can kind of speed that up.
Or even a Red Sun Elseworld movie with Zach directing it. And
Elseworld would be perfect.
Yeah. Zack Snyder would be perfect for a Red Sun adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely perfect. Just the color grading alone, it would be perfect. But what Speedy was saying about they'll celebrate James Gunn and love him for bringing it back for that. But then they'll also say, "Well, see, he couldn't make any money without Zack Snyder
Yeah, they
stuff.
could probably do that. You know what? I'm sorry. I agree now. I agree with that take as well, Danny. It'll be a
One
double-edged
side
sword.
won't win. No one's gonna win from
No one
this.
ever
Like,
wins.
at
No one
all.
ever wins in this community, Scylla.
No
You
one,
know it.
no
No,
one
it's-
wins a war. That's what I
You know,
learned.
it's really sad.
growing
Like
up.
going back on the forums from like before the MCU was a thing, even the DC fans were like divided even back then. Meanwhile, the Marvel fans were always united always on the same page. And it's just unfortunate that we could just never get on.
It was never this bad when
Yeah,
we
but
were
this
younger.
is
It was
definitely
never
the
this
hype.
bad
Yeah.
before. I was talking
Absolutely.
about this the other day on a stream not on a stream, on a post. Like, this guy was afraid to tell me that he liked something. He was afraid to say, he apologized. Like,
insane.
I'm sorry. And I was like, why are you apologizing to me for that? And he's like,
we don't
because
do
you
that
probably
here.
don't like
Right,
it. And I
Jules?
said, you know what? If someone
If that's your
actually does
opinion.
that to you,
Yeah.
if someone
Yeah.
treats you badly and calls you names for liking something, that's
Yeah.
messed up. This community, this whole fandom started because everyone who liked comic books was an outsider. You were made fun of.
Mm.
You didn't fit in
Yep.
anywhere. The
Right.
fandom was the only place that we fit in. It was our safe haven. It was where we belonged. And then once all of this went mainstream and we get social media, it starts tearing itself apart. And it makes me so
social media.
freaking sad.
Those keyboards, everybody behind their
Yeah.
keyboards, they want to, make this like a religious thing or something. Like,
It ain't that
I'm gonna-
serious.
Everything is
I'm
a cult
gonna-
now.
Yeah, I'm gonna always obviously big up Zack Snyder's works, and
Yeah.
I watched DC before Zack. I'm gonna watch DC after Zack. And I still think Zack's gonna do more somehow.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I don't get so hyperbolic. That's why I said the people, like, there's people that genuinely just don't like this. Like, and I'm like, hey, much respect to your opinion. Like, I know you're not gonna watch this. You're not
Discouraging me.
in the dark. Yeah, you're not gonna be in the corner of the theater watching, like, oh, I can't wait to hate on this on Twitter. Those are the people,
Like with
it's
the
like,
curly,
bro,
with the curly mustache.
yeah, they twirl it into, like, I can't wait to hate on
man,
this.
It's crazy.
Like, y'all,
Guns,
people
DC
y'all are
universe.
disgusting. Yeah, y'all the weirdest people on social media. Like,
As soon as I leave
like-
the theater.
I swear, W. Mir says you could have just restored the Snyderverse, problem solved. What the problem, W. Mir, is just say what
It's just
you
not
want about
happening, and there's
BVS.
nothing we can do about it. So what are you gonna do?
Well,
Just sit around and cry,
It goes
or
back to BVS. As much as I love BVS, I got like 4 different physical media Blu-rays of it. I got all the memorabilia from it. I know all the audience didn't like BVS. Like, I can accept it. I got a friend of the family. They're like general audience people. And I remember the second week of BVS, they was like, oh, yeah, I heard that was trash. They're like, they don't even watch DC stuff.
yeah.
Like, word of mouth is terrible for that.
Hey man,
Man,
that
irks me
era
so
is always
much.
going to have a special place in my heart. I got my
Yeah.
very first live action big silver screen
Yes.
Wonder Woman, and it was amazing.
It was
until
glorious.
The second.
It was glorious.
The first one was amazing. I'm telling you, I cried in the theater as soon as I saw the Amazons trading. It was perfect. It was everything I ever wanted. And we got it. It was a wonderful experience. I'm glad I got to have that.
Yeah.
It's over now, and we're on to a new thing.
I felt I went to the midnight showing of BVS, right? And of course, it's a theatrical version, so not ultimate edition. And it's like certain moments in the film, it's like I know I was feeling it, but I was like, I didn't know like if the whole crowd was, you know what I mean? It just, for whatever reason, it started right there with Zack Snyder. Probably really with Man of Steel snapping the neck of Zod, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
as far as
Every
feedback,
theater I went to, they all clapped when he snapped Zod's neck. So I was very shocked when I saw.
Yeah.
that took me off guard back then. Yeah, on Facebook, they was going hard on that. Like,
Yeah,
oh my
people,
God.
everybody in the theater loved it, and it's just like a small vocal minority, and this was just everything during that time would just
Man.
make a big deal about anything they didn't like, and then the regular, the majority of people just went along with it because these people are so vocal that they think everyone's feeling that same way, and they just kind of get peer
Right.
pressured into hating something, and we've seen
Right.
this across all types of media and
Yeah.
other topics throughout society, and it's
Well,
Comic book nerds, you've become the thing you hate.
And the
Some
haters,
bullies.
they got to those execs, those Warner Brothers execs.
Yeah.
Like once they got in their ear and it actually affected their decisions, like that's what happened to DC, for the last 7 to 8 years.
Yep.
And They're
Yeah.
What
attempting
is
to
the
reboot now.
ongoing
Produced by
joke?
committee. Produced
Yeah,
by
what was the
committee.
ongoing joke? It was like taking out 30 minutes of BVS completely changed the entire trajectory of WB Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking the 30 minutes out, taking it out of
Yeah.
China early.
Right.
I mean, it was making money out there. I did a whole video about that a couple years ago, and it's like, you know, they could have easily made $1 billion with that. So I mean, it was just terrible WB exec decision.
Yeah.
Execs is not there anymore. Just want to,
Yeah.
you know, remind
Mhm.
people
Yeah.
they're not there
It's,
anymore.
they kind of paying for the sins of the past a little bit.
There were so many like toxic stories and agendas and vendettas going on the back end that kind of just spilled over to the front end and just completely destroyed what was being built. And I feel like that is what has the fans so angry, and which is why there are so many haters of James Gunn right now, because they just feel like they've been done a disservice. So I can understand.
I can
that.
understand that. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I mean,
I can get
you
that.
mentioned the snapping of the neck, Jules. Like in what was it, 2013?
Yeah.
Like I'm still like traumatized by, you know, I was getting attacked on Facebook, you know, back then because I like Man of Steel. I was like, dang, like this is crazy.
I was
you know?
like, Superman killed someone. Superman doesn't.
I thought that was awesome. I was like, yeah, I mean,
It,
he was
everybody,
like,
look, people. It was a standing ovation. I saw the movie maybe like 3, 4, 5 times in the theater, and it was an ovation every single time. So seeing the disconnect between what's happening in real life and on social media was just jarring.
It's crazy.
it just didn't translate.
My take on
thought it
that
should.
was that was supposed to pay off later because
was.
he actually had to. He had no choice. The only solution to the problem was to end that struggle that way, and that is what forms his future of
Right.
never taking a life ever again.
And
You
that's
know,
what we were
something like
told.
that.
Every
Okay,
movie
Preach,
was supposed to be a
that
build-up.
that makes
Yeah.
sense, but that was also Wonder Woman's storyline, and in '84 they completely took that away.
They did.
They completely changed it, and they made it horrible. Like, oh, I'm going to save everyone by talking down this psychopath because I've won every argument online with random strangers. So I know that this will work. It
Give
was
me the stones. That's all I remember
Oh,
from
it-
Wonder Woman 88,
it
84.
was so bad and stupid.
I remember
But that
seeing
was-
the
That was her storyline, and that was a big deal because none of the major heroes in DC was no kill. They had
Mhm.
never killed anyone, and Wonder Woman was the one who did it. And they put it in Superman, but in hers they just
Well, remember there was a lot
Yeah.
of also backlash because they were portraying her as the warrior that she is.
Yeah.
They're like,
You know,
Battle.
she was, you know,
have
she's burgering
swords.
people on the battlefield.
She
Yeah,
should-
sure.
Yeah, she shouldn't be beheading people. I'm like, she's a warrior, the
Yeah,
warrior
for real.
princess.
Well,
Like,
and that's the thing about
But
DC,
not a
though. You
killer.
can have these
That's
different
still that
versions.
it's different
Mhm.
when you're at war.
Yeah, you could do these different versions, though. That's the thing. It's like, you know, I know everyone has. I mean, I like Warrior Wonder Woman first too, but then
Yeah.
on Twitter, like I swear, I got attacked by like this Wonder Woman like love club or something. Like, no,
But we all found out about all the crazy bots.
well,
on social
wasn't
media
the real
that was
one because
spewing
I'm the
negative.
president. Okay,
she doesnn't have a sword. I'm like, no, yes,
She
she does. have a
does.
She does,
sword.
lady.
Better get
let
on.
me pull out like 5 books and show you right now.
But again, it's different versions, and everything is validated. But it's just, you know, all this can be satisfied too if they're smart about it, in my opinion. But we got Dave Miller saying Black Adam fails at 400 million, but Superman succeeds with 500 million.
With
Dave Miller,
inflation, by the way.
Dave
With
Miller,
inflation.
I'm sure this is not the first time you heard me. I've been saying this for a year. I know you've seen enough of my videos, so
It's called
we gotta
selective
stop being
hearing.
surprised. We gotta stop being surprised that
It's
Warner
called
Brothers
selective hearing, man.
is going to make this a success. I've said this so many times, so you can't be surprised anymore, Dave. I'm sorry, you can't.
They have
You cannot be
stockholders
surprised.
to make happy. You know, it's like a whole executive
So,
situation. there.
So the budget thing, because I know a lot of people are saying this, it's
Yeah,
400
there's
million.
some funny math going on in the comments.
Yeah, now 400 million. That's Captain America: Brave New World. Your energy should be going to that if you're worried about budget. But
You should be
but
very concerned
Superman-
about that.
Yeah.
Superman, yeah, this is gonna be over 200 million, and it could be upwards to 250. But again, their number is 500 to throw a parade and say, "Hey, we're making all these movies," and
Captain
Suck it.
America: Brave New World is a $400 million commercial.
yeah,
2-hour commercial for Marvel.
That's
And
hilarious.
apparently the
Okay.
most anticipated
That's a
movie of
write-off.
2025.
That's a tax
according
write-off.
to Fandango.
How is that
So I
even
think-
possible when all we've seen for the last 2 or 3 days is Superman, Superman, Superman? I've not seen one person say
Fuck.
nothing
I know.
about Brave New
Superman
World.
came out like number 9.
Now that's funny. Now again, and that's why I said some of y'all real selective out there. Like y'all hate the trades and hate these
Selective
lists. But when exactly, cause when it fits your agenda, y'all know damn well Captain America ain't the #1 most anticipated film in 2025.
Listen,
Like, come on, now.
like the
Y'all
man
can't have
said,
it both
we're the
ways.
Nah,
media
it was
now.
Craven. It was Craven.
It was,
Y'all can't have it both
Oh, yeah.
ways. Y'all can't do that, man.
you know
No,
what?
it's
I take it
2025.
back. I love
2025.
Craven. It got me 24 million views. Thank you,
But
Craven.
it's like people swearing by that list though, like, oh yeah, Captain America, and y'all hate that movie too, but it fits
I
your
mean,
agenda.
Somebody must have paid to make sure they were number 1.
It's a Marvel. It's like all the Marvel films
it's
on
all,
there.
that's all that stuff is.
Yeah.
Awards,
Exactly.
all of it. It's
Yeah.
it's money. They pay
And
for
people
that
like, oh,
stuff.
see, Superman's #9. It's like, bro, come on.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Come on.
That was
now.
DC. That was DC saying, "Look, we only have money to make movies like
The
the
top
very
10.
basic of movies right now. We're really
I
broke."
can't take some people
so-
seriously, man. Because like before y'all open your mouths out there, I know exactly what some of y'all gonna say already. Like, I'm just saying, y'all gonna automatically hate anything that doesn't fit.
You'll start
the
sounding
agenda
like
there.
y'all start sounding like bots after a while when it's the same
just-
thing over and over
I'm
again.
just saying. And coincidentally, Twitter is kind of doing that where if you wake up every morning and say fire James Gunn, like they're gonna treat you like a bot. Just let
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
a Twitter algorithm
Yeah.
now.
If you say something and I respond with the gif of a robot, that means I think you're a robot.
It's crazy that we're in
I'm just
2024
saying.
and bot is like one of the top #1 words now used for social media. Like it's just crazy. I find that so
I
crazy.
wouldn't be surprised. Well, just the constant spamming. It's like, can you have a
Yes.
conversation, bro?
Right.
It's just it can't be everything. It can be, I hate it. It's like, just calm down. Like, tell me what you don't like.
Be
Let's talk
objective.
about it.
Give
Yeah,
us the
just let us-
reasons why. Don't just
I'm sure I
Learn
disagree
to-
with you.
Like
give a
learn
valid
to
critique.
step outside yourself for a second, just a half a
Yeah,
second.
just calm down and
And
talk. Let's just talk.
Take a deep breath, blow it out 4 seconds, okay?
And then Evan says here, Danny, just come back tomorrow and see where you stand, okay? Let's just we're gonna see how you
I'm
feel
44
tomorrow.
years old. I don't change much these days.
We're gonna see tomorrow. Let's
we
catch
will.
up with these
I,
comments.
I
here.
always, as always, reserve final judgment until I've seen something myself. I don't allow anyone else to dictate my opinion or my feelings.
Amen.
AOL.
Watch it for
I didn't
myself.
have AOL back in the day. Keith.
Yeah, not really.
I had
Yeah,
that
I used to-
dial-up.
what? I
Well,
didn't
AOL's
big
dial-up
time
too.
AOL.
But
I mean, when did
Chat-
The Force
chat
Awakens,
rooms.
Phantom Menace come out? 98, 99?
that was like
99.
99.
That was close.
That was
Yeah, I mean, if you
I
had a
had a
computer
baby.
in your house, like that was a big deal. Like not everyone had AOL.
that was huge. Like I said, it had a music video on MTV. Like
Maybe
that's
in
how big.
2002 we had AOL. 2003 everyone had AOL, but not in the
I
90s.
mean, eventually I
Yeah,
got AOL.
2004,
but yeah,
no one had AOL.
Yeah,
No, I wasn't. No, my parents weren't spending no money on those. Yeah, I think
Right.
it was Net Zero. I had. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my dad had net zero.
I think
The
I just
secret's
got
out.
cable.
Yeah, no, I couldn't get no videos on Net Zero. I was getting music though. I was definitely bootlegging the heck out of music.
Oh
back
hell
then.
yeah, Napster.
I
LimeWire.
can't
Screw
get those
Metallica.
movies,
I
no.
was getting music from Napster and LimeWire. I was giving my computer viruses all damn day.
There was
And
that other one
Kazaa.
called Wix.
Do you remember Kazaa?
Kazaa.
Kazaa.
I had Kazaa.
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh yeah. That
movies
was,
with Kazaa.
yeah. That's where you got with those. Yeah. That's where you got the music, the movies.
Yeah, that's how I watched
let's
Buffy the
see.
Vampire Slayer in the early aughts was with Kazaa.
All right, Carlos, you got to head out. We about to wind up, but
yes,
yeah,
sir.
good. All right, bro.
I gotta head out.
Appreciate
I'll see tonight
you.
for Creature
Yeah, it's
Commandos.
about PP time for me too, bud.
Tonight for Future Commandos. We'll see you then. We're gonna round this up here. Talk to you later, bro.
All right,
Bye,
But yeah,
Bye, Carlos.
so
Now we're the
the
Phantom 4 again.
restore the season. Wow.
Wverse.
Oh, Dave.
The cat is
You
out
know,
of play.
Some things were interesting. That's all I gotta say.
Hey,
They tried. They tried to look.
There's so
One
much
thing was
cat.
interesting.
For
The
no
beginning
reason,
of Flash
so much cat.
was promising. Yeah,
Oh, Monster of the
Flash
Week.
was amazing.
yeah.
I got to get
Had
away
some
from
good
this
I'm
cat.
leaving.
Get over it. I'm like, it's not.
I swear. Look up tomorrow. But like I said, me and Danny, we're gonna do that stream tomorrow. I'm gonna catch up with the comments in the chat real quick. Last minute comments and questions. I think we argued enough with everyone about this overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know, you
just
know,
don't-
Money Train. Yeah.
The
Hawaiian
optics
Sophie.
though of him dumping all that stock before this, you know, it's just not, the optics are not good. Like who works in the back, you know, in their public affairs, their you know, who see WB always has a problem with things like this, you know.
Mhm.
And they're owned by
Yeah.
another
It's
company
like-
now. They still have
Yeah, it's like they need a you know a public speaker or
public
you know,
relations
a
in
public
house.
relations department that's good. Something they need something, man. Sometimes they just don't think, you know.
Yeah, it's that's been a WB issue, and then
Yeah.
Zazev doesn't help because he's oblivious to
Mhm.
what works.
Yeah, but you know what? The buck stops somewhere, bro. He's at the top.
Yeah,
I feel
If
like
was
Zach.
his- if I was his bosses, and on his I'll be right now. I'd be sending him links to that report saying, "Yo, what the heck is this? What's wrong with you?" After before we drop a new, a brand new Superman movie,
He
and
must
all
be
these
checked
projects
out.
coming out.
He
Yeah,
probably has one
he
foot
must be
out the
checked out.
door. Like
Mhm.
They are their worst enemy
So-
sometimes. Yeah.
they want to sell
Yeah.
anyway. So
They said a woman next to the Hawaiian shirt had a Luther Corp clipboard.
They were all wearing
Yeah.
Hawaiian shirts, so
Oh, it
I think there
like-
was one chick there though.
it was like two. It was like two
Now we gotta
existing
find
people.
it.
Right here.
1, 2, 3.
They're right there.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one.
it's
But the
clipboard there.
lady, the one with the clipboard,
The
Danny.
glass- yeah, never mind.
They both have clipboards.
The
Look.
lady with, oh my goodness. So
The lady in the back doesn't have anything.
Right.
The
they're
lady
definitely
with
not
the
doing
clipboard.
they're not doing the Greenland shot. That's for sure.
Oh man. But yeah, so what they Luther Corp is X? I don't know. But
Funny.
now like I said, obviously everyone's gonna have their opinion. I'm the way I'm tracking this is sort of like I was saying with the teaser announcement. The DC fandom is just cooked. I'm not even gonna look to the DC fandom to judge what people feel about this. Everyone's already chosen a side. I'm gonna see how the general audience reacts to the trailer tomorrow. So
The general audience got to take this home. If not,
yeah, then it's
You know,
it's a L.
it might actually be the kids, the newer generation. They didn't
Yep.
grow up with Man of Steel. If they get their parents to go see this and they get all the other kids wanting to watch it, that's probably
Maybe.
how they'll make their money.
So yeah, as I said later, let's see, because all the comments kind of redundant after a while. As I said later, we're doing the Creature Commandos watch party. I see Peely in the chat. I see everyone got lost. I got lost. Everyone jumping in the chat late here. Oh, let me see. Y'all may have responded to some of the stuff we was saying. Hold on. Let's see here. JT says, why are we assuming general audiences are automatically going to see these? No one is, JT, just to be clear.
yeah.
No one's
we're not
assuming,
assuming
but
anything. We're just
says
they're
no one
saying
saw
if they're
Shazam.
not interested in it. I'm saying that's
Yeah. They're going to determine if this is a success or not. That's really the main thing. They're going to determine that. So, let's see.
And you answered that at the end of the comment. They didn't go see Shazam. They didn't go see or Shazam 2 at least. They didn't go see Aquaman 2. And Flash. Well, there you go. It's on
I mean, but this
Netflix.
is Superman, so it's
Right.
That's what they're banking on.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Let me see what we say here. We gloss over non-success. Flip back to Guardians, which was a decade ago. No one saw. He may be commenting someone in the chat. So I'm
maybe.
sure that's probably what JT's doing.
Yeah.
But no, it's true. Like
That's
as
true.
far as
no one
again,
saw,
what
no one
we're-
saw the Suicide Squad. That's why.
As far as what we're-
let's make it canon. Screw it.
yeah, right.
I
As
get
far
the
as what
residuals.
we're-
Who we're gonna go back?
as far as
I guess
what we're
I gotta watch
saying-
the Suicide Squad movie.
on a panel here, it was that it's been fractured since pretty much 2016. The DC fandom, like I said, the DC fandom is a mess. Like it's just, I don't think they'll ever repair. They're better off going for the general audience, to be quite honest. So
I think that's their target, just
yeah,
from
yeah.
a business standpoint.
David Ayers receiving death threat from Zach. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that right now. But we're not gonna shout out to you, Hunter, but I ain't gonna get into that right now. The air. Was someone apologize because they're a James Gunn fan?
No, someone apologized because they like how Rhino looked
they like
in Craven the Hunter.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh goodness.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
it's
allowed
okay to have
to.
opinions. You know, it's okay to have your own opinion.
Right.
And,
You don't.
you don't have to
I just
follow the
felt so
crowd.
terrible for him that he was apologized, like he was scared to say something. I'm like, that's terrible that you feel that way. You like it,
that's
fine. You're allowed to
I
like.
say grow a
bad
pair.
things.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
We have Child the Fry. It's gonna be divisive. Yeah, it already is. It already is. Let's see. W Mirror, we almost wrapped up here, y'all. W Mirror says it's so many comments I missed. I want to get y'all thoughts on some of these. The only people that don't like BVS Snyderverse is the minority. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. W Mirror, like BVS definitely made money. I'm saying we do got to admit the word of mouth wasn't the best for BVS. That was the point I was making with that. I don't think everyone hated BVS, no, but
It's actually
it was enough.
Than...
It was enough feedback, and especially after the Ultimate Edition, Jules, right? That really everyone liked it after that. But we got to admit that negative feedback early that affected the WB execs. That's really what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's, like I said, that's why we had the last 7 or 8 years of DC up to now. So
I
didn't forget nothing, homie. I'm just gonna let you know.
I think why also Batman vs Superman didn't do well because after Man of Steel, I think everybody kind of expected that Superman that they're used to, and when he doubled down even darker, that's when people were like, I don't know how I feel about this. At least
I don't think that was
regular audiences. I
think the issue was that the movie was too long, and there were some like the middle parts were really slow. Like it could be the editing because they took out the 30 minutes. Who knows? I don't know. But it was very slow, and some people didn't like that. And if it's a super long movie, you're gonna have less showings in the theater, which they still made over 800 million, even though they took it out of China early. And there was also a lot of toxicity online, which impacted word of mouth, which a lot of it, as we know now, were artificial. Those reports came out with Rotten Tomatoes a couple years ago. Like, you don't even know what was real at that time. So it was just sabotage.
A lot of people, including my sons, who are adults, okay. A lot of people, including my sons, had an issue with, your mom's name is Martha? My mom's name is Martha. Let's stop trying to kill each other and be best friends. A lot of people had an issue with that. They thought that was too easy.
Yeah, I feel like that was so overblown. And it's funny because before the movie
I actually missed it until somebody
I didn't think it was a big deal.
And
it's funny, I kind of predicted they would mention the whole Martha similar mom name thing on my Twitter like a couple years before the movie actually came out. So the fact that became such a big deal was just like, okay, maybe I had a little premonition with that tweet.
I accidentally raised elitists, so I apologize. They were raised on comic books, lore, movies, all of it, like mother's milk. And so now they're like, excuse me, I've been an expert since I was in utero.
Of course you did.
That's deep. Like Peely says here, Mr. West actually, it was a smear campaign. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really feel
it was a smear campaign. It was
certain people just didn't want, as far as within Warner Brothers, they didn't want Zach's vision anymore. They panicked and they got rid of him. You know what I mean? And it's still a triumph to this day that we got the Snyder Cut.
They took advantage of his personal situation to get rid of him.
Which was very unfortunate.
Yeah, all that stuff happened. Like, that's real. LimeWire, that was another one.
It was what they did to Zach, and his wife's name is Deborah, correct?
Yeah.
I think so,
okay.
Yes.
What they did to Zach and Deborah after Autumn's death was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
What Joss Whedon did to his film is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I was the world's biggest Joss Whedon fan from the age of 16 years old. I'd say 12 probably, because I loved
Buffy. You're Buffy
Everybody
fan.
loved Buffy.
Yeah, massive Buffy fan. That was like the first time I ever did deep
Bucky
dive
was a phenomenon.
Stuff. Yeah,
Angel, all that stuff.
You had to be there.
You had to live it.
No one can explain it to you. But anyway, I was the world's biggest Joss Whedon fan. And when I saw what he did to Zack Snyder's family and his film and the work they put into after they had filmed 80%, he just went back and read it. It disgusted me. Heard it.
That was a disgusting.
And the abomination that was the result.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness, man! I don't even
Just
want to think
disgusting.
about
I
Justice
sat
right
at
now.
I finally went to go watch it, and I just remember sitting at the theater after the credits roll, just in utter disbelief. Like, I can't believe how he just.
It was an
destroyed
empty
I felt
film.
the same way about Justice League as I did about Rise of Skywalker. I was like, I feel like they just pissed
Yeah.
on my childhood's
Yeah.
leg.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the same effect. It just felt empty. It was like inconsequential.
Like, how
Just,
dare you?
okay.
Like, it was
How
heartbreaking. It
dare
was so
you?
bad.
Disgusting.
That was terrible.
Now I really
Real quick, Hunter, Iggy in the chat. I saw your comment about Aya receiving death threats. I'm really not going to expound on that right now. I mean,
We'll be here all
it's
night.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I know. So like I said, Twitter is a cesspool, man, and there's these factions. Hate James Gunn, hate Zack Snyder. Like it just. Yeah,
It's just a bunch of people who have never run their mouths to someone
In person.
and
Mhm.
caught an immediate consequence. So that's all that is.
We got a side comment here because we'll get away from the strictly Superman stuff as we wind this down.
This is a good one. I was hoping you'd throw this up.
Do y'all believe reports that Sony is considering selling the rights to Spider-Man? Danny, what do you think?
Danny's all over it.
Yeah, I've been saying this for like 3 years.
You just want it to happen.
Well, he definitely does.
We all want it to happen.
Yeah,
Please let it happen.
someone asked me or said something during a live stream a couple of years ago. They said, Feige's got to be. Oh no, it was about Madam Web. So, Feige's got to be real upset about Madam Web. I'm like, why? He's loving that. He wants it to do bad. He wants them to tank it all because they drive the price down, and he can buy all those characters and properties up.
Yeah, he's like, make Spider-Man characters. Sure, yeah, that's gonna be great.
Oh,
for
you need
guys.
to sell these now.
All
That's
means,
so sad.
You need
I'll
help?
give you
Let me
$5.
know. I'll give you some advice.
So, what do you think is a low price for this that might actually be realistic, Danny? 'Cause
Low? That's gonna be low. That's gonna be a high ticket. That's that's the golden. That's the golden ticket at the Willy Wonka factory.
That's
baby.
what I'm saying. Like, this,
You know what I'm saying?
how much
If
is
Sony
Spider-
sells that, I mean, come
Well,
on. And I know
considering
they're a big company. They'll be fine. But
considering that Feige has Mouse's money, it's Disney that would be buying them.
It's for billions. It's definitely for billions.
It's definitely
Just like
billions.
how many?
And they can afford it, and they will do it. They will absolutely do it.
So
the point is that Sony hasn't been willing to sell them up until this point. Now that they've lost so much money, they're like, okay, we'll sell.
But they didn't lose money on Spider. They lost money on their dumb villain film.
Yes.
I watched
No Way Home. They got $2 billion.
I watched the video of
Surely not.
Yes, on
The
YouTube.
video you say.
And so it's the facts
So it has to be true.
maybe gray. Okay. But on said YouTube channel, which I will not mention the name, he was explaining even like when you look back at all the things that they've done, even in the year, for example, between animated and all the things, Venom was okay, decent enough to get profits or whatever, and versus the stuff that technically were better or worse bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Even though even streaming is a different conversation too, whatever it makes off of that. So look, when you step back at that, it's still versus what they invested in everything versus what they got out of the Spider-Man IP. They're in they're winning. They're positive, and by billions of dollars.
Made a lot. Like they profited off of every Venom film. Though this last film is probably the lowest of the trilogy.
Yeah.
It still is over 500 million. Even Spider-Man 3, the crappy. Well, at least I didn't like Spider-Man 3.
I forgot.
There's a cult.
Let's not.
They
talk
got
about
900 million for that.
Let's not talk about the PlayStation games. The PlayStation games are doing great.
Yeah,
I find it really hard to believe that
movie-
Sony would actually sell it because they could just continue doing what they're doing now. Just let Marvel use their villains and all that, and just take in the money. Like they don't really. I just don't see.
You've also is considering because their video games are doing great and stuff, but their video game department doesn't share a budget with the film. Film has its own budget. Games have their own budget.
I think when they
But
look
it's all
at,
just
they
under
look
the
at it
rights.
from the rights and the IP, what it generates for Sony.
The
as a
biggest
whole.
example I look at is No Way Home made $2 billion, right? And per the Sony Marvel rule or contract, I think Marvel only gets like 20%. So is that 20 million? Like Sony's making gangbusters. It'll be the dumbest decision they ever made if they sold Sony.
They might restructure the contract.
Like
Yeah.
that's really.
Well, I don't
Maybe they'll
know.
We'll
reset
see.
the contract.
When is that over? Does anybody there in the chat know the final date?
They-
If that
They
when is it over?
supposedly kept extending it.
Well,
There's nothing
usually
official. But
the way the film rights have gone, like it's similar to what they did with Fox. As long as they have a movie
oh, you're talking about
in,
Sony.
yeah, I know. But as long as the movie is like in pre-production,
Yeah.
then they can extend those rights.
Yes.
I think it's every 4 years. I think.
Yeah, they
All
don't
right,
actually
here you
have
go.
to.
Here's what Google says. Okay, said rights
7
will only
years.
expire if Sony fails to release a movie featuring any Marvel Spider-Man associated character included within those rights within a time period no longer than 5 years and 9 months since the
5
theatrical
years.
release of the previous one.
Well,
That's
so that's
we
cool.
got
That's never
5
going to
years.
stop.
Release.
We've got
They got
5 years. Yeah.
Beyond the Spider-Verse. They got 2 more of those films coming.
Yep.
They got the Spider-Noir, though that's streaming.
Wow.
They want to do Miles Morales live action. They may do their own Spider-Man aside from Marvel. I mean, there's no reason for Sony to sell. Is the point?
It's not happening anytime soon. If it does,
I just strongly disagree with Danny. Let's see. I think the last one we'll take, then we're gonna round this out. Says, are y'all concerned about how Clayface going to fit in Reeves' verse? I don't think he's in Reeves' verse, right?
He's not in Reeves' verse. No.
I don't think so.
He's in the DCU.
Yep.
Yeah.
Main
So
continuity.
I should have picked another question.
That was easy.
But let's go around this out. It was nice arguing with everyone. That was festive. And like I said, I mean, people know that saw this channel long enough. I know I welcome all opinions. Like, I'm not triggered if you like something I don't like, or vice versa. Maybe y'all trigger when I like something y'all don't like, but I just like the open conversation. Like, that's always been my energy over here. So no one should be surprised. But rounding out, like I said, Creature Commandos watch party tonight. I'm doing it. And then tomorrow morning, me and my sis, we're gonna watch the teaser trailer official Superman
With my coffee and
DC
my
channel.
sleepy eyes.
Doing on the DC channel because I got some pretty good views over there after today. So, what's coming up for you, Danny? Besides collabing with me, what's coming up?
The huge. This Sunday we're wrapping up our Dune Prophecy watch party. That's the finale, and then the next Sunday after that, we're gonna do our end of year stream. We're gonna pick out best and worst of 2004 movies and shows. I have a new video out called The Secret Mission of Science Fiction. Please check that out. It's one of my best. I really feel like I did good on that one. I put a lot of work into it, and I'm really proud of it. We just hit 3,034 subscribers. So, yay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Lit.
Keep that pushing. Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to Danny's channel. She does a lot of cool stuff that I don't try to do. So link in the description for that.
Quick question for
Speedy.
you, Sil.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jules.
Sorry, is this the last stream of the year for us
Oh,
all together?
see that? Yeah, I appreciate you
Stealing
helping
the
with my
thunder,
scheduling, Jules. Yeah, I
Stealing the
appreciate that.
thunder.
But people know holiday weeks I usually take my live streams off. So so next week it won't be a Wednesday crew stream. I'll probably be traveling.
Much for me to manage.
Or New Year's Day,
Yeah.
Wednesday, right?
New Year's, well, now I really don't party like that no more. So I'm gonna do the Wednesday stream New Year's week.
I probably will not be available.
New Year's
Yeah,
Eve is my oldest's birthday.
Oh, nice.
Oh
He was
Nice.
born
Yeah, so we'll-
31.99.
So yeah, Christmas week definitely. Well, we'll see because if I'll still be, I'll let y'all know for sure. Because if I'm still traveling, but definitely next week is a no. But I'll still be, doing like videos on other like short, uploads. But so yeah, thanks Jules for reminding me of that. And also, side note, on Rumble, if y'all on the Rumble platform, which I don't know why I didn't stream on that today. Go to Rumble, search Sil Abdul. Me and Jules talk about all news, world views over there on Rumble. It's pretty open conversation. It's kind of like just me and Jules hanging out, just shooting the shit. Basically, that's what that show is. So it's pretty fun. And Speedy, what you got the usual? What's coming up?
Yeah, they got the usual. We try and do the show at least every Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube channel, Speedy's Multiverse. Every time I get an update on the Voltron stuff, live action, I try and throw a video up, and I did a review for Sonic 3. I saw Sonic 3. Yeah.
You got another screen.
Seriously, Speedy's on a
I'm
roll.
on a roll. They like me.
So jealous.
You haven't been bow mouthing stuff.
I can give you guys the exclusive right here. It's up on the podcast feed, Geek Culture Congress podcast. If you
How many stars do you give it?
I give it a 3.5 out of 5. There you go.
That's it.
It's not bad.
That's it.
That's
it's
fresh.
not bad. You know, it's not bad.
That's safe. I heard it was better than Super Mario Brothers. What do you say to that?
It's Jim Carrey. That's it. That's all I got. 2 words.
Yeah, so
He
definitely not
tells
Jim
it.
Carrey.
I think every time you think you've seen, is what I said in the review. If you want to we'll spoil it for you. My review.
Go watch this
right
video,
now.
y'all.
Every time you think you've seen everything in the Sonic movie, there comes a new movie with new stuff. So it's entertaining.
Yeah,
I
so
brought
many
my
characters.
3-year-old grandson to watch it. He doesn't know Sonic from, a flower in the grass, and he enjoyed it. So
good.
Yeah. So it's like Sonic Legacy, or just
no, it's not like no legacy. It's got a bunch of Easter eggs, video game Easter eggs, and all that good stuff. And there is a cutscene at the end. It will continue. There will be a continuation. There's a
Danny's
cutscene
got
at the end.
comfort himself.
Yeah.
For sure.
Danny's sitting here just thinking, I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh, sometimes I feel like they were put on the camera to Jim Carrey, and they just say go. You know, that's how funny.
Jim Carrey is good at that.
He continues to explain it. We're gonna get out of here.
So anyway,
but
Danny has to use
appreciate
the
everyone.
bathroom, so we got to
All right,
Much love
Danny,
to
we
the
gotta
chat.
go. Bye bye.
Again, check me on the DC channel later, and then we'll see y'all in the New Year's. We out of here.
Peace.
Stay tuned.
Still doing to speak true as he bring the news. Coffee talk, stay brew, kick back, get real comfortable. Here to stay, no on delay, make sure I be's informed. On the road, on the go, playing ball on that pavement floor. It's the lifestyle right now, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Guaranteed all week's going to always be on time. That's my word, y'all heard from Il Divino Vega's mouth. What's the words much more than what these networks talk about?